Good morning, family, friends, followers. How's everybody doing on this Friday morning? I think it's still morning. I don't have my watch on because I has got a nice adventure for you guys if you want to follow along. I took a little break last week from doing some videos, and you know how that goes, summertime. I've just been busy doing lots of different things. But today it's a really beautiful, beautiful day out. The humidity is finally down a lot. I think it's only like 60 or 58 right now. But I am going to go on a beautiful bike ride here on the Glacier drumlin trail from Waukesha to Madison and back. We'll see how I get. I am trying out my new e-bike. So those of you who have watched a couple of my channels with my beautiful big fat bike, unfortunately I got rid of that. It just, you know, you get to a certain point in your life. I'm going to be 64 come the new year. So just from a couple bad motorcycle accidents, my back and my knees just ain't quite like they are. I mean, I can still ride the fat bike. It's just a lot of effort. It's just more fun with an e-bike. Everybody knows that if you tried an e-bike, if you've had one before. So I got a hold of a gorgeous 2022. It's called a Benno. I'll show you a little later on. I got my camera attached to my handlebars with a really nice mount I just got. But it's called a Benno. He's a German designer, and he started the bike, the bike in 2015. He designed it, even though he's out of California, I believe right now. He's originally was born in Germany. So it works well because it's got a Bosch direct drive. It doesn't have a rear hub motor. I'm not a rear hub motor fan. They're actually a lot heavier. I have the Bosch. It's the Performance line Sport. So it's a 28-mile-an-hour one. So I'm excited, super stoked here to see how far I can go on this battery. I got the Bosch 400. It's got the Purion, really nice display on the handlebars. And of course it's got the torque sensor versus the cadence, which is a lot smoother and more realistic. So yeah, it's got 27-inch tires. It's got Schwalbe's on it. I think they're called Moto X. They roll really fast, so I'm excited. It comes with factory rear and front lights. It's got a rear rack that holds 100 pounds. That's sick. So it's kind of like a city cargo. He takes his bikes and he tries to make them utility bikes, is what he does. But anyways, I'm so excited I can't talk here. So if you would, please join me on this really nice adventure. It's a gorgeous day, blue skies. And let's ride through the trails in the country and let's see what we see, all right? Follow me if you want. Let's go on a little adventure, guys. It's gonna be fun. I'm psyched. I got my Garmin all ready to rock and roll. I'm set, guys. I'm set. Brought along 64 ounces of electrolytes. That's a lot of electrolytes. So, let's get my butt rolling. My car's locked. Just got to get my keys and put them somewhere safe here in my bag, and away we go, guys. Hang on tight, and let's see how my handlebar mount works, guys. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny out. I can see on the camera here. So far, it looks pretty good. Let me tilt this up and yeah, away we go, guys. Yay, praise God for a nice ride. Another day to ride. All right, we're off. This is where the trailhead is in Waukesha here. I think it's off of College Avenue. I don't know. All I know is I went down, I live in Muskego, so I just go down Racine Avenue, Highway Y, and it pretty much just dead ends. You make a left, I think there's a little park there. Make a left, you go up the block, you go right past Carroll College, and yeah, you can park your bike. And this is what the parking lot looks like. So let's get rolling. You know, the first thing I noticed versus my fat bike, I mean, I miss looking at my fat bike. It's gorgeous, you know, it's a fat bike. The color was phenomenal. But the first thing I noticed about this e-bike, and it has nothing to do with the motor, because believe it or not, I can ride over 50 to 60% of my ride with the motor off on the e-bike because, well, my legs are still in good shape from riding that giant fat bike. I rode it all last winter. But anyways, this is one of the lightest e-bikes. This bike comes in at only like 54 pounds or 55, I think it said. That's very light for an e-bike. I had, last year I had 2 of those Aventins. Hello. I had the Aventin Level 2, nice bike. And I had the cargo bike, the Abound. They both were nice bikes, but I wasn't a fan of the rear hub motor. Was just always really loud. This thing here, this Bosch mid-drive, I don't hear it at all. It's amazing. But the best part about it is it makes you feel like you have a normal bike. You know, it's just so natural. So like right now, I don't even have the motor on. And because I have these really nice Schwabe, you know, the Schwabes are fast rolling. So they're 27.5 by 2.4. They're called the Schwabe Moto X. Man, and I never owned a pair of these before. These things roll super fast, guys, really fast. You keep them about 50 pounds. I believe 55 is the max, but you keep them at 50 pounds. And man, these things roll, they roll fast, really fast. Like when I let go of pedaling versus my fat bike, even with my skinny set of mountain bike tires, the Victoria Metzgals, it would slow down pretty quick. This thing, it's an e-bike, it's even heavier. And this thing just keeps gliding and gliding and coasting. It's an amazing bike, it is. If you never heard of it, look it up. It's called a Benno, B-E-N-N-O. They're major quality bikes. I didn't know that. I actually traded a young kid. Oh, here's one of my favorite parts. Can you see, guys? Isn't this beautiful? Oh, look at how fast the river here. The river here is running like super fast. Let me see, because of the nasty flood and everything. You can see, hopefully, see how fast it's running, guys? So when I was here last time with my fat bike, it was months ago, it was nowhere near this wide. It was probably like about 8 feet skinnier, the river. Look at how wide it is. It's up so high. It's beautiful though, isn't it? Amazing, amazing. You guys see a lot of cool nature today, guys. But yeah, anyways, so what I did is, I don't know, sorry about that. This bridge is noisy. So what I did kind of just for a goof, you know, if I ever do that, I put my fat bike, I put it on Milwaukee's Craigslist, you know, and I mean, I put close to like, you know, $4,000 because I'm like, yeah, I don't know, no, nowadays, nobody's got that kind of money or nobody will even jump on it or whatever. But some younger kid that lives in Madison, right by the bike trails, right around Monona, Lake Monona, he responded right away and said, yeah, I got a bunch of bikes. I don't want to buy your bike. He said, would you be interested in trading for an e-bike? And I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, what kind is it? What year? What kind of shape is it in? All this and all that. Because my bike was really mint. It was really nice with that extra set of wheels. So long story short, I told him to just text me a few pictures before we hung up. So he did. I checked out the pictures and looked up, he gave me the specs on it, you know, what year and what kind it is. And the battery and the motor only had 1,000 miles on. Actually, to be exact, the odometer was 1,002 miles on the Bosch powered, the performance line. So that's really good for, it's a 2021. So for being, you know, 4 years old, that's actually really good. You know, I went to Wheel and Sprocket there by the Rock in Franklin. That's where I bought my fat bike. And they said, no, that's really, really good deal. Yesterday I went in there and they did a battery and a motor test for updates. I got it updated and everything, literally like only 20 bucks. And just so you know, if you go to Wheel and Sprocket there, if you have a Bosch powered, they'll check for updates. They'll do updates on the battery and the motor for 20 bucks only. So just a heads up in case you guys got a Bosch powered e-bike. But yeah, so I checked out all the specs on the internet. Come to find out, this bike costs way over $4,000. I'm like, what? I mean, the ice cream truck, I got a deal for I think it was back then it was $15.99. But anyways, a Surly ice cream truck right now goes for like $2,200, and this e-bike was like 42 and a half, close to 43, $4,300. So I'm like, I gotta jump on this. So he, a few days later, he had a bike rack. He threw it on in his car on the bike rack. Came over to my house. We both rode the bikes. Talked to him for a few minutes, and yeah, it was an even exchange. I didn't have to spend any money, guys. How cool is that? It's just so amazing. Hello. Hi. So, yeah, long story short is I got an incredible, beautiful e-bike. So now I can sit here and have no excuse, and I can get out and ride all the time. And this thing is so fun. And the geometry of the frame is more relaxed, a little more upright. So it's even more comfortable if any of you guys got back or shoulder kind of problems a little bit. This thing here, you can ride all day long on it. It's gorgeous. The color is I didn't think I'd like it a lot. I'm not a fan of matte colors. I like shiny stuff. But the color on this is, it's a matte blue. And it's called, I believe, Arctic Alaskan blue. With the, and it comes with metal fenders. So it's got the blue, and it's got a beautiful, like a satin finish, black metal, not plastic, metal fenders with really bright front and rear lights, factory LED lights. So, and it's got a rear rack that'll hold, they say, 100 pounds. That's crazy. You can get a little kid on there. So anyways, that's what I got, and that's what I'm riding now and having fun. And see, Glacier Drumlin Trail. Here's the trailhead, guys. If you never rode the trail here, it's definitely a lot of fun. I almost wasn't gonna ride today because it still shows a high of like 86, 87. I'm not a fan of the heat, guys, sorry. But the humidity, is a lot lower than last week, so that comes into play really good. I mean, it doesn't feel as bad as last week, and my armpits ain't screaming. Yeah, so enjoy the ride, guys. I hope this turns out good, and I hope you guys enjoyed some of my other videos from Green Bay and from Oshkosh within the last 2 weeks. They were a lot of fun to make. Hello. I am gonna go back up there next week by the EAA Flying Museum, because when I was up there, because I wasn't aware of the big air show, I was up there only a day before, Friday, and they started the show on Sunday. So because of that beautiful Eagle, the Eagle military hangar was closed, and so was this other little one. So I talked to the guy yesterday up there, and everything's back to normal and it's open. And they have some plane called the Vampire. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. Something super cool. So I'm gonna go up there soon, next week or something, and then I'm gonna film that. Then I got my settings here dialed in. I'm sick of playing with the camera, so everything's gonna look really nice. I basically, like right now, I left all the adjustments all on auto. I mean, I got the bit rate on 10, of course, which you should, but the EV and everything's just on auto, which is perfect. Just a beautiful blue skies and some fluffy clouds. I'm amazed, guys. I'm still riding. I'm riding this thing like a regular bike, and it's an e-bike. It is so easy to pedal. It really is. I don't even have the power on, so I don't even know how fast I'm going. So I'm not even using any battery. I mean, if you can do that, shoot, I can ride all the way to Minnesota on one battery. How cool is that? Let's see if my bell works. I had to readjust and a lot of stuff on here. Nope, still works. Can you hear it? My purple bell, and basically what the kid let me do is he let me put my whole cockpit, which is the beautiful Ritchie. I have a Ritchie adjustable stem and these Cannondale special handlebars. They don't make them no more, but they're 90 millimeter rise. They're BMX bars, and they have a really nice 18-degree sweep going back. So because I got a plate and screws in my wrist, my left wrist, I have to, use something like that, which is all good. But yeah, I just switched out the whole thing, and I had the stock handlebars and the stem and the grips from when I bought the bike, and he didn't care. Just flipped it over. So I had to remount everything on here, and the brakes, the gear shifter, all that stuff. But that's all easy stuff. But I tell you, man, right now, it's so incredible to ride this. I'm riding it right now. Like I said, this is actually easier than when I put on my $1,500 set of my extra wheels I bought a year and a half ago for the fat bike, which was the 32 millimeter WTB wheels, tough wheels, the anodized purple beautiful Hope Pro 4 hubs, and then the Metzgal tires. This thing is way faster even with that on there, and it weighs probably 10 pounds more. I don't understand, but I'm happy. I mean, yeah, I'm on super level ground here, so all right, getting out of breath, so I'm just gonna shut up and let you enjoy this view. Hi guys. Motorcycle type e-bikes, those are cool, those little kids had. Man, the sky looks beautiful on here on the camera, guys. I got this really cool, you've probably seen them, this kind of snake. It's about a foot and a half, maybe 18 inches long, but it's like a snake with all like those little knuckles on it. The flex, it's like a flex hose, and it's got a big plastic heavy duty clamp with a big rubber like boot inside to adjust. And you just clamp it on your handlebars, anything, your seat post, and it does not move at all. I don't care if you go down a cliff, it don't move. And then the top of it has a quick release GoPro attachment on it. So that's how I'm filming right now, guys. So this is really cool, man. This is really, really nice. I actually was gonna go back down to the museum because it was a little warm. Because I don't pay nothing, I'm a member, it's free. But I'm sure glad I chose to ride my bike, because this is freaking awesome. This weather is beautiful. I mean, temperature could be about, for me, about 7 degrees cooler, whatever, but like I said, there's no humidity hardly. Wind is pretty calm. Might be about 5 or 6. It's pretty nice. Oh, here's a trike. Hello. Older guy with a nice recumbent trike. Oh yeah, I gotta see if this still works. You hear it, guys? My hot pink bell. Oh, that's hilarious. This guy in front of me is probably going, yo, dude, I can hear you, settle down. Hello. Nice old Trek road bike. Guy that just came the opposite way. He had looked like an old 90s road bike. Old Trek. Yeah, I've been wanting to do another cycling video for a while here. The last one I did was up in Sauk City last month. That was a lot of fun. But I like this Glacier The Glacier drumlin trail is a lot of fun. It's kind of nice because anybody that's ever rode this, you know, once you get past Delsman by that cool, I think it's called the Bicycle Doctor, then it turns into the, you know, the gravel, which is kind of cool. So sometimes, depending on your tires, that's good or bad. You guys scared? Boo! We're in the tunnel, guys. Woo!